Good morning, and welcome to the Cyber Smart Morning News Update. With the always evolving world of cyber threats and defense, you need a source you can trust. FBI retired Special Agent Darren Mott guides you through today's intricate cyber landscape and brings you the latest headlines and insights and what it means to you. Let's dive into today's cyber news.
Good morning, friends. It is Monday, January 13th, 2024. Welcome to the Cyber Smart Morning News Update. I am your host, retired FBI Supervisory Special Agent Darren Mott. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to download, listen. If you like what you're listening to, please make sure to subscribe. Hit the button, whatever you're watching this, if it's on YouTube, if it's on LinkedIn, subscribe, tickle the algorithms, do all that fun stuff. It's very helpful when you do those kind of things. Let's get right to the news. Bunch of stuff over the weekend to look at. A couple things with China to start with. So this is from Register.com. Jessica Lyons, Chinese cyber spies peek over the shoulder of officials probing real estate deals near American military base. Chinese cyber spies who broke into the U.S. Treasury also stole documents from officials investigating real estate sales near American military bases, it's reported. Citing three folks familiar with the matter, CNN said the Chinese government-backed snoops compromised the computer security of the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., also known as CFIUS, which reviews foreign money funneled into American businesses and real estate to assess national security risks. Last year, the Treasury expanded the committee's authority to review the purchase or lease of real estate close to U.S. military bases. American lawmakers have expressed concern that Chinese government agents could buy up land near these bases and use the locations to spy on military activities. Now, there's more to this article. Certainly welcome to look at it. The link will be in the show notes. But this is common for Chinese activity. This is what they do. They look for things where they can get information on all sorts of stuff. In this case, real estate deals. I mean, you may think, we talk about, we know China, hack stuff to steal intellectual property, but here they're just stealing business information. They're stealing real estate information. Why? Because as this article represents, they are looking to buy land near American military bases. Now, why would they want to do that? Because then they can try to target the military base. They can find people who work at the base to become spies, to do all those kind of things, to do all sorts of bad stuff that the U.S. does not want. So it's not a surprise that Chinese cyber spies, I guess is what they call it, but these are just cyber actors that are sponsored by the People's Liberation Army and other Chinese-based entities like the Ministry of State Security and things like that, to get information that they can use to better their geopolitical stance in the world. And it should not be a surprise that this is happening. The fact that they got in is certainly concerning. This particular committee, or the Treasury Department, didn't realize they were possibly, I'm sure they realized they're a victim, but to not have the right controls in place to stop this is very concerning, because I guarantee you, if it's happened at the Treasury Department, it's happened in other places we just don't know about yet. So more of this to probably come. If you remember a week or so ago, we talked about them hitting OFAC, the Office of Foreign Asset Control. Similar thing there. So you're going to see more announcements of U.S. government entities getting hit, because China's looking to steal whatever they can get wherever they want to. And on those lines, from cybernews.com, Stephanie Schapper reporting, ByteDance used TikTok data before to spy on Americans, U.S. says in Supreme Court showdown. Well, I am shocked. Shocked, I say, that this would happen. So you haven't had a good TikTok rant from me for a while, but here it is for you. So think China won't get a hold of your personal data collected by TikTok? Think again. The U.S. government told the Supreme Court on Friday. The feds say Beijing has already been proven to have dipped into ByteDance's massive data coffers to spy on its foreign adversaries, and you could be next. The latest national security versus free speech showdown between the U.S. government and TikTok took place in front of 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices on Capitol Hill on Friday. Oral arguments were heard from both sides as to why TikTok's parent company, the Chinese-owned ByteDance, should or should not be exempt from January 19th deadline to divest from the independently operated U.S. TikTok, a potential security risk due to the swaths of data it collects on American citizens. It's no accident the word independently is put in quotes here. Although ByteDance and its TikTok U.S. subsidiary, including the app's CEOs Xiaozi Chu, have publicly sworn up and down neither entity is beholden to the home government in Beijing. Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. Let's be quite honest. Sorry I cursed, but that is all bullshit, and do not believe anything this CEO is saying. China is taking the information, and they are using it and saving it for future use as well. And I've said this many times before, and I will say it again. If your kids are using TikTok, they can forget ever working for the government, any kind of covert capacity, if that's something they ultimately want to do, either with the FBI, CIA, NSA, whatever. Because China's going to know who they are, what they look like, and have all sorts of information on them. If they ever they will never be able to get a clearance, or it'll be hard for them to get a clearance, because they'll do stupid stuff on TikTok that the Chinese can then use to basically compromise them in the future. Now, if they don't care, if you're just, selling your bakery videos, Your risk is probably fairly low as far as you know until the Chinese bakery shop up the road takes over and you lose all your business. So lots of bad things are going to happen here if TikTok continues to be active. And you can say, well, how am I going to get my videos? That's not fair. You're stifling free speech. I'm sorry. I go to Facebook and Instagram. I see a lot of reels that look exactly like what I think TikTok is. Why don't you use those? Now you can say, well, hey, Facebook is taking that stuff and doing bad stuff with it too. Sure. But you can sue them if you want to. If you think they actually misuse your data. Now let's be honest. When you sign up for all of these things, there's a service or use agreement that you very quickly scroll down to the bottom to click through so you can very quickly post your stupid videos. We all do it. Nobody reads it. And it's the same for all of them. So if you're really that concerned, look at the use agreements and see where you can take legal action against it if they misuse your data. Facebook and Instagram, YouTube are going to take your videos and monetize them if they can. If they can figure out how to serve up advertisement to you, they're going to do that. But they're not uploading 13 different trackers onto your phone when you download their application to steal additional information on you, like location data and all that kind of stuff. I don't care what you say. You cannot convince me otherwise that TikTok is bad. Believe it or not. But if you don't, then you're taking that. You are assessing your risk at that point, and you're not understanding the threat. All right. This is from darkreading.com. Christina Beek. Fake CrowdStrike job interviews become the latest hacker tactic. Cyber criminals are luring victims into downloading the XMRig crypto mining malware via convincing emails inviting them to schedule fake interviews using a malicious link. Cyber criminals have picked up a new tactic, impersonating CrowdStrike recruiters in order to distribute a crypto miner on their victims' devices. This malicious campaign starts with an email inviting the victim to schedule an interview with a recruiter for a position as a junior developer. The illegitimate email contains a link alleging that it will take the recipient to a site so they can schedule their interview, but in reality, takes the victim to a malicious website containing links to download a purported CRM application. Well, quote, while interview and job-related phishing emails are not uncommon, this is a very targeted campaign that goes beyond the vast majority of malicious campaigns we have seen with this theme, said Chance Caldwell, Senior Director of the Phishing Defense Center at Cofense, in an email statement. Quote, the campaigns use our URLs that are created to look like they might actually belong to CrowdStrike, and the downloaded malware provides a pop-up that directs users to the real CrowdStrike support portal. Most of the use cases we see are lucky to have proper branding, much less the extended work done here to really portray themselves as CrowdStrike. So the key thing here, if you are kind of new into cybersecurity, and what they're relying on is that people who are kind of a lot younger are more into cryptocurrency and using those kind of things. Well, I think this is a crypto miner, so they're not really trying to steal them. They're just trying to use your device to mine cryptocurrency. But just be careful what you're doing. Make sure you have antivirus, look for all those kind of things. And if you get anything from CrowdStrike, double check it, make sure it's real. Be careful what you click on. Chapter 2 of my book, Get Cyber Smart, a user-friendly guide to protecting your family, your business, and yourself online, talks about being skeptical about all these things. So, you may be in cybersecurity, you may think you're smart enough, but the bad guys will get you to click on stuff because someone always clicks the link. Bleepingcomputer.com, Lawrence Abrams reporting, phishing text tricks Apple iMessage users into disabling protection. So for the majority of the world that uses Apple iPhone, here you go. Cyber criminals are exploiting a trick to turn off Apple iMessage built-in phishing protection for a text and trick users that's a very poorly worded sentence there, users into re-enabling disabled phishing links. With so much of our daily activities done with our mobile devices, whether paying bills, shopping, or communicating with friends and colleagues, threat actors increasingly conduct smishing or SMS phishing attacks against mobile numbers. To protect users against such attacks, Apple iMessage automatically disables links and messages received from unknown senders, whether that be an email address or a phone number. However, Apple told Bleeping Computer that if a user replies to that message and adds the sender to their contacts list, the links will be disabled. Over the past couple of months, Bleeping Computer has seen a surge in smishing attacks that attempt to trick users into replying to a text so that links are enabled again. As you see below, a fake UPS or USPS shipping issue and a fake unpaid roll text are sent from unknown senders. iMessage automatically disabled the links. And you can see this in the article, kind of post them. While neither of these phishing lures is new, we've noticed that these smishing texts and others seen recently ask users to reply with yes to enable the link. Reply with Y to enable the link. quote, please reply Y, then exit the text message, reopen the text message activation link, or copy the link to Safari browser to open it, reads the smishing message. Now, the key thing here, if you know smishing messages are bull and you're not going to click on anything, you're good to go. But let's be honest, your 60-year-old grandmother, your 55-year-old father who's not worked in cybersecurity his whole life is probably going to do that because he wants to see what the link is. So it's important, if you're hearing this, to let all of your relatives who are not cyber savvy know to be careful about these text messages because they're just spraying it to all sorts of numbers because most people they know have a text message and many of them will have iPhones, and this will get them to do the link and click because they want you to click the link that does the bad stuff. That then becomes a problem. So again, awareness is what we're talking about here. The hacker news. This is more from the good luck with that file. This is Rave Lakshmanan reporting. Microsoft sues a hacking group exploiting Azure AI for harmful content creation. Okay, that one drew me in, not going to lie. Microsoft has revealed it's pursuing legal action against a foreign-based threat actor group for operating a hacking as a service infrastructure to intentionally get around the safety controls of its generative artificial AI services and produce offensive and harmful content. The tech giant's digital crimes unit, I use a unit, said it has observed the threat actors develop sophisticated software that exploited exposed customer credentials scraped from public websites and sought to identify and unlawfully access accounts with generative AI services and purposely alter the capabilities of those services, unquote. The adversaries then use these services, such as Azure's OpenAI service, and monetize the access by selling it to other malicious actors, providing them with detailed instructions on how to use all this stuff. The Windows maker says it has since revoked the threat actors group access, implementing new countermeasures, and forfeited its safeguards to prevent any such activity from occurring in the future. It said attained a court order to seize a website, which was aitism.net, that was central to the group's criminal operation. Doesn't even say who this group is. Let's get through this. Let's figure out what we're looking at here. There's a lot more to this. If you want to read it, give it a care. Microsoft noted the threat actors. Okay, who cares? That doesn't really answer my question. Does it even say who they did? Do they even know who they are? I don't think it doesn't say who they are. Well, they're a foreign-based actor. Good luck suing them. How you serving the process on them? I mean, okay, maybe it sounds good. Maybe because here's the problem for Microsoft is they got bad press because they keep getting targeted and bad stuff happening with all their stuff. The executives getting compromised and all that stuff. I guess this is maybe a way to make them say, hey, see, we're taking this seriously and we're going to make the bad guys pay. No bad guys are paying any of this. Who are we kidding? So maybe I misread the article, but I don't really see who they think these bad guys are. I mean, if you don't know who they are, how are you really suing them? But I don't know if it's Russian, if it's China. I would guess it's Russian would be my guess, but I don't know. It's an interesting article. It's an interesting approach. Good luck. I mean, you're spending your money for your lawyers, but okay then. Last from scworld.com, FunkSec, F-U-N-K, ransomware chases notoriety with AI-assisted code. FunkSec ransomware is a relatively new ransomware as a service group with hacktivist ties that appears to use AI to assist its cybercrime activities. Checkpoint research outlined in an analysis published on Friday. The group was first introduced in October 2024. They have a breach forum. They have a leak site. One of the group's first actions was to post a purported leak call between then U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, which was clearly AI generated, according to Checkpoint. So, yeah, good luck there. Last month, in the first month of the FunkSec leak site's existence, the group posted more claimed victims than any other ransomware gang that month, a total of 85. However, researchers noted that many of the leaks appear to be recycled from past hacktivist campaigns, corroborating the group's hacktivist ties and raised doubt about their experience and aptitude as a ransomware threat actor. Checkpoint uncovered connections between FunkSec and hacktivist actors, particularly the now defunct group site, Group Ghost Algeria. So basically, these are a bunch of douchebags who are trying to be big bad guys in the ransomware world, and they kind of suck at it. They're trying to use AI to do it, but they're not doing a good job. And I point this out just to kind of show the bad guys are using AI to do stuff, but they suck at it. They're not very good at it. They will get better as the years go by, but for right now, these guys aren't very good. With that, I'll let you go for the rest of your Monday. As always, thoughts and questions, email me, find me on LinkedIn, do all the things. It's always great to hear from people who like to listen, all four of you. So feel free to do those things. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We will talk again on Wednesday.
Cyber Smart Morning News is written and produced by Cyber Guy Productions. Feel free to email thoughts, comments, or suggestions to Darren at thecyberguy.com or follow Darren on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/DarrettMott. Thanks for listening.